Hello everyone, today we're going over my thoughts on the demo for Elenguard Ascension. Elenguard Ascension is an RPG developed and published by Stefano MMG. Apologies if I pronounced it wrong. The story starts with our character who lives in a village in the Glenvale, an area that's surrounded by nature and spirits. Our created character has an unknown sickness that is only spoken about by our mother, though we apparently haven't had an episode in years. The village has a meeting where it reveals the spirits and animals in the surrounding forest have gotten aggressive, and we and the village need to find out the cause of this and fix it, as the animals have started to venture into the village itself, causing drama and hurting individuals. We start with character creation. The character creation was honestly more detailed than I thought it would be. There wasn't a lot of options for hair and hair color, but the customizations for the body and the facial structures was where most of my time honestly went in character creation. There's a lot of options, there's a lot of tweaks you can do to try to get your character to a appeasing appearance or grotesque if you're like that. I don't honestly I don't think there's a way to get with what we had in the demo a way to get extremely visually appeasing character. But what was there was nice. After the appearance, there is personality, innate features, deity worships, attributes and abilities, and starting equipment. In personality, you choose an amount of order, chaos, good, and evil. The amount you decide affects dialogues and influences, which goes into abilities and deity worship, which is extremely important for certain classes like playing a priest. Though there is no definite classes, there are presets with it, which is predetermined abilities and features set to help an inexperienced player with the play get a play style. The presets are warriors, archer, rogue, mage, and priest. I say there's no set class because you can make your own hybrid class by putting attribute points and using abilities from any class as long as you qualify for it based on the stats from good, evil, chaos, and order that you chose. In the demo, we learned that there were shadows spreading in the world, and we also learned some lore and history about Aaron and Sharwin. I think the pronunciation is correct, it could be off a little. But to learn more about the situation and to learn more about um, things like the magic system. What is the magic system? Um, what's the foundation behind it? The deities. You can talk to, and like stuff like the deities, you can talk to the villagers. And the deities were to me by far some of the most interesting lore that I came across in the game. And choosing to worship a deity brings you into what is classified as a cult. Each deity has a requisite for it, like the truth deity, which cannot be worshipped by someone with more than 15 evil. The requisites, again, are based on the good, chaos, evil, and order that you set for your character. But because the setting is medieval and the village is isolated, I wasn't really put off by the fact that seemed everyone we met had similar personality. I put it as like a close knit community, and in my mind, I'm hoping that once we venture past this village, we'll see more individuals from different deities, different personalities along the game. And there is a day and night cycle, but outside of the resting system, I couldn't really figure out if the time progresses naturally or not. Once we go into gameplay, we are met with the combat tutorial. It is real time with pause with two modes, manual and automatic with UI mode. Each mode felt slightly different, though I feel like every person will eventually have to figure out which one, they will have to choose which one they like over the other. Automatic mode was easier, giving me the ability to focus on skills and potions, but the downside was it frequently caused the character to run out of stamina, which at once you run out, you're basically a sitting duck for a while until you regain some more. And manual is a little harder to get used to as you have to pay attention to the time attacks, blocks, and dodges, but you have the ability to make sure your stamina doesn't go too low. There is a resting system, which in the village can be done at your family home, but when you exit to the surrounding maps, you have to have supplies to actually rest, to heal fully, and to refresh your abilities. On the resting screen, you can craft, access your storage, rest, or learn abilities. You can send anything to your storage at any time, though you can only access the storage on the resting screen. But on the learnability screen, you can upgrade your character. And while it shows an Argonian level of 0, I have no idea what that is. We didn't touch it in the demo, at least how far I got in it. But in the demo, you do gain ability points and XP points by defeating enemies and completing quests. You can then use those gain points to increase attribute points and get more abilities that are available. It felt great increasing my character stats and getting into another fight and feeling the improvements even if it was minute. All in all, I immensely enjoyed Elenguard Ascension. It had an old school feel with enough depth in it that it didn't feel like another clone of the genre. The demo is still up for now, but it is also in early access if you are interested and want to experience the current version since the demo has simplified systems of some mechanics. But thank you everyone. I hope you enjoyed it and see you on the next one.